Hi all. Let's study about second model. Okay, so second model is related to Unix files. So how Unix file is maintaining, so what all things are there, attributes. Okay, so any APIs are there. Okay, what is the inode number? Those things we study in this model. Okay, as you know already, files are building blocks of any OS. Okay, and Unix system, okay, is always treats all the things as a files only. Okay, so you have as executable files also. So if you have any commands also, it's the thing, but indirectly you will be running one file, executable file only. So that file is slash bin. Inside that folder all commands are related files are kept. For example, if you are running a one command, okay, so suppose ls, okay, so list of files, what all things are there inside a folder. Okay, ls minus l normally you will use this. So if you are running that one is nothing but ls is nothing but there is a ls name, one file is there inside a slash bin folder. Okay, so in that folder whatever that file is there, that is executable file is there, it will be executed. And after that ls minus l normally whatever will send it, it's nothing but a command line argument for that. Okay, so you are sending a just argument. Depending on that argument, some attributes kind of things you will send it. Those it will take care and it will execute it. Okay, so whatever you will do it, it's nothing but say whatever you will run on say Unix, it's nothing but a file only. Okay, so let's say files in Unix and POSIX cover a wide range of file types. Okay, so different types are there. Okay, so here so and so it provide a common set of interface for all the files. Okay, so what all things are there, like common interfaces, how APIs are provided, those will see it. So this chapter covers related to file types, file attributes. Okay, then kernel and process specific data structures used for the file manipulation. Okay, so those things will see it. So types of files. Okay, so here first thing is types of files. It is, we have different types of files. That is regular file, directory file. Okay, then we see as a device files. In again, device files are divided into two things. One is character device file, one more is block device file, then FIFO file, then last one is link file. Okay, so some textbooks they cover that link file, some textbook they don't cover it. Okay, so but in that we are studying that what is that link file also. Okay, so whatever text file or binary files you will create it. Okay, like VM editor, whatever editor you will use it in G editor. Okay, so whatever you are going to save it, there's nothing but any text kind of things. So those files can be created, browsed, or modified from the various text editors. Okay, and that can be compiled also, like .c files, whatever will be there, that can be compiled. Okay, and if you want to create it, you will be having the different commands for a creation depending on the editor whatever you are using it. So like VM or VM, vi, okay, vi editor. Okay, so like that, any different vim, vi, okay, gedit. So whichever editor you will use it, depending on that you will create it. And to remove, so you have one command also, rm command. Okay, so you can remove the file also. So here in this regular files we are taking text and binary files both together as a regular files. Then next one is directory file. Okay, so here this is a it's like a file folder that contain other files. Okay, so it's nothing but one kind of folder only. Okay, but it contains other files, and it can have subdirectories also. Okay, so whatever normally hierarchy will maintain it. So hierarchy structure, whatever file structure will say normally, so whatever they will maintain it. So there always intermediate files are nothing but it's a directory files only. Okay, so slash bin file, suppose if I am taking as here this say one directory, okay, slash bin. So it contains some executable programs, that is nothing but whatever I was saying as it's a commands, whatever commands you are running it, those all commands executable files are there. Okay, there's nothing but cat command, rm command, sort, okay, ls, all those things are there. To create a directory you have as a mkdir command, okay, and to remove a directory you have as a mrdir. Okay, so if you want to see the content of a file, always we will give as a ls command. Okay, so and by default we say as a say empty file means the directory contains empty directory means it's always contains a dot and dot files. Okay, so here this dot indicates current, okay, and dot indicates parent file. Okay, so this is nothing but it's a link to the current folder, and these two are the nothing but dot is nothing but for the parent. Okay, so how we can access this relative path or absolute path, whatever you say it, for those purpose normally that dot and dot things will use it. Then next is device file. Okay, so here, okay, so whatever devices will connect to the system, those devices also will treat as a files only. Okay, so for that maybe you will be having some device drivers, all those things, but unix always takes that one as also a kind of file only. Okay, so in this we have two categories. One is block device file, and one more is character device file. Okay, so here block device file is nothing but it's represented physical device that transmit data a block at a time. Okay, it's nothing but we were saying is suppose I have as a floppy or hard disk or cache memory to a ram, normally whatever will transfer it. So there one shot to maybe some number of bytes you will transfer it. Okay, so n number of bytes you will transfer it, maybe 1 kb or 1 mb of data from one device to one more device you will transfer it, like from the normally dma. Okay, so always it will before it was there as a 1 mb kind of things. Nowadays it's modified, okay, depending on whatever os different bits and whatever higher configuration you are using it, and depending on that hard from hard disk to ram transfer, normally dma will come in picture, and it will take it as a minimum 1 mb of data from the hard disk to the ram, like that. Okay, so depending on whatever configurations nowadays you are using it, that size will vary, but more than 1 byte it can transfer it. Okay, so those things you whatever you are transferring, so those will call it as a block device files. Okay, and second one is character device file. Here at a time one character will be transferred. Okay, so this one by one character will be transferred. So previously it was there as a line printers. Nowadays printers are also smart enough. Okay, so previously means old printers were there line printers. That time one by one character used to send to the from system to the printers. Okay, so and modems. Okay, and some consoles is nothing but normally we can say the rs422 422, correct. Okay, and uart port. Okay, so those all are nothing but it's character by character they'll send the data. Okay, and so from one device to one more device for connecting something external pin or anything. Okay, so uart port you are connecting. Okay, so that time normally it will transfer character wise. Mm. Then an application can perform read and write operation on the devices. Okay, so that's nothing but any application for the user if he want to write it or read it. Okay, so he can perform the any applications read and write. Okay, so normally he again he has to kind of things as a, open it and then he can perform read and write. Okay, so he can treat that one as a normally regular files only. Okay, so but related to device drivers, automatically os will take care of those things, how it has to opt. Okay, so how it will take care, that will study with respect to inode number also. Okay, then we have as the next thing is a create a device file. So how we have to create is, so like normal files folder from sorry directories we had as a mkdir, like this we here also have something command. Okay, so that is mk node. Okay, this is something but node normally will say it. Okay, so there is node spelling. Okay, mk node. Okay, mk node command. So this make a node file, normally will say it. That's a device file we are creating it. Okay, so this is how normally devices will be there. Okay, so what is that, how it will created, we'll see it once again. Okay, so here suppose you have a some driver. Okay, so it can have a some a number of device drivers, normally we say it. So there is nothing but some softwares. Okay, so there is, for that you will be having some controller. Okay, so there is nothing but a device driver, normally we will say there's kind of controllers. So here one is there, two, three, like this, different drivers are there. Okay, so here this one is nothing but, normally we'll call it, this one is a some major number. Okay, so what is that major number, we will discuss it again. Okay, so and this device driver, it can contain more than one physical devices. Okay, so for example, in your system you can insert device driver for printer. Okay, and physically you can have two HP printers only. Okay, so if I installed only HP printer only once, it's fine, no need to install that driver twice. Okay, so this is the major number, is nothing but whenever you will install any device driver things. Okay, so in a kernel you will be maintaining one table. Okay, so in kernel you will be maintaining one table, so that entry is there. Okay, so whatever entry is there, for that one number will be given. Okay, so suppose if I installed one device driver, so for that in one kernel table one entry will come. Okay, so for, so that is nothing but where is the actual functionality, what you have to perform it. Okay, so that related device driver information will be there. So that entry will be having some number. Okay, that number normally we'll call it as a major number. Okay, so then for minor number is nothing but one device driver is there, for that maybe physically more than one devices are there. So in that, which physical device you want to communicate it. Okay, that number you have to give it. Okay, so that number will say as a minor number. Okay, so for a device driver, there is a major number whatever you'll be having. So that driver you have to send one more number. That number is nothing but if I have two printers, in that which printer you want to communicate it. Okay, so that you have to give it. So that is nothing but as a minor number. Okay, so this is how normally we can represent it. Okay, so how we have to create it is nothing but device drivers, sorry, device files is nothing but here we can give mk node. Okay, in command prompt you can give mk node. Then this is the where you want to give it, normally is the slash dev will be there. That's nothing but wherever different devices are there. Okay, so here under root directory you have one more folder as a dev. There different devices you can connect it. Okay, so depending on the your whatever device you want to connect it, you have different folders, or directly you can give the file only. Okay, so here now we want to create inside this device one more file. Okay, cdsk whatever I was saying. Okay, so here, so this is the file name, device file name we are creating it. Then this is a c is nothing but character device file. Okay, so here does it two things, character and block. So for to mention that one separately, so we're given as a c. So it's something but character device file we are going to create it. Then these two are the nothing but, this is the first one is the major number, second one is the minor number. Okay, so major number is nothing but in kernel one table will be there wherever device driver is kept. Okay, and for that device driver you have to say as a which physical device you want to communicate. That is nothing but a minor number. Okay, this is how we will create a device file. Okay, so like this, here we saw some different things are listed. Okay, so some device files. Okay, normally whenever you will start a system, okay, so these files will be by default maximum times it will be there. Okay, so that is here DSP is nothing but business signal processor. Okay, so processor. Okay, so processor related things, whatever task you want to perform, those are will be there inside this one. Okay, so this also has something as a major number and minor number. So whenever you are installing a OS, by default maximum times these will come. Other than that, if you want to anything keep it, or if you want to install it by default, then you have to attach that device, then you have to install the driver. So automatically your OS will take care about those things. Then if you want to write any application to communicate to that device, so you have to open a device file. So like this you have to open it. So in device folder normally we will open it. So like this you have to open. So here previously it used to come as a floppy disk. Okay, so nowadays the systems don't have a floppy disk, but previously they used to have it. So here that is a slash dev slash fd0. Okay, so here we are saying as a first floppy disk, there is 0 indicates the first one. Okay, so 0 onwards that numbering will start it. So like that, so whatever devices you are giving, so any name you can give it. Okay, so here lp, like that, different things are there. So each will be having the major number and minor number. Okay, so here minor number, don't consider as a, it has to always start with 0 onwards only. Okay, so some different numbering also you can give it, there's not a problem. So maximum of times it will start with 0 1 2 3 only. Okay, so sometimes it will differ it. Okay, so and a major number, this normally will should not repeat it, because different device drivers files should have different major numbers. Okay, so those things will be taken care by the normally OS only. So whenever you are writing this one, sorry, wherever you are writing the OS, that time it will take care. And major node also. Okay, so what is that? We'll study it again. So here, then the next one is FIFO. Okay, so I think already we shared a little bit about FIFO. That is communication of more than one processes. Normally we will use a FIFO also. Okay, so inter-process communication related thing we studied. So here inside a system, if you want to communicate between more than one processes, okay, so kind of files will be opened. That is nothing but a FIFO. Okay, so different commands are there. Okay, that is mk FIFO also and mk node. Okay, so both using both command we can open a FIFO. Okay, so nowadays normally mk FIFO only will be used. Okay, previously mk node also was there, but difference is here you have to give as a p. Okay, so mk node is nothing but normal device file, we can open it. So if you are giving as a here as a c, that is a here given as a C, that is nothing but we are saying as a character device file. If I given as a B option, that is nothing but block device file. Okay, if I given as a P, it's nothing but a FIFO you are opening it. Okay, so here this is the path where you are going to open it. So that path will give it, and this will be treated as a normal file only. So you can use rm command to remove that one. Okay. So size of that normal FIFO buffer will be there as well as fixed one. Okay, in POSIX.1, all this macro is defined, pipe underscore buff. Okay, so this macro, depending on that, whatever size is given in that POSIX.1 standard, this will be that much size of FIFO will be opened. Then next one is symbolic link file. Okay, so here Unix, okay, and BSD Unix system v4. Okay, those things they are providing some kind of link files. Okay, so here we have a normally hard link and soft link, two things. Okay, so in this, what is the first soft link, we'll go ahead, then later we'll study about hard link also. Okay, so to create a soft link, normally you have ln command also. Okay, so ln command minus s. Okay, so then giving it. So it's nothing but what we are saying is here one original file is there. For that you are creating a shortcut, one more shortcut you are creating it. Normally if you saw in Windows, okay, so actually you will be having in drive some file. Okay, that for that shortcut you can keep it on the desktop. Okay, so or if you saw in your normal desktops also. Okay, so maybe VLC clear related shortcut will be there. Okay, browser related shortcut will be there. Okay, so those all are the shortcuts only, it's kept it, but actual files are somewhere inside in a C drive. Okay, so those shortcuts, like whatever we will say it in Windows, so same thing here, this is nothing but it's a link file. Okay, so this link file contains, soft link file contains only the path where it has to access it. Okay, so this is nothing but here, so this is how we will create it first. Okay, so that is nothing, what we are saying is ln minus s, this is a command. Okay, so it will create the soft link. So this is the original file. For this file here, one more soft link we are creating it. Okay, so now if you saw this attribute of this one, okay, that is this file, whatever shortcut we are creating it for this, if you saw it, so it will give here first one as a yes. Okay, this yes stands for soft link. Okay, so normally maybe if you saw it's an underscore or it's a text file or related things, so different attributes will be there, and these are the different permissions. Here first one always used for the file type. Okay, so here this is a file type you are saying as a soft link file, then this is a permission, the remaining things is when it is modified, okay, username. Okay, so all those things are there, and if you saw here, this is the where it is linking, that information will give. So whenever it will be there as a soft link, so wherever it's linking, that information it will give. That is nothing but here you are saying it yes link, this is the file which is arrow mark which is linking to the this actual physical file. Okay, so that's whatever we given here by creating it. So here soft links are the one more kind of files. So these are contains the kind of shortcut only. Okay, so original content will be there somewhere. Okay, so for that thing you are creating a one kind of shortcut. Okay. And next thing is Unix and POSIX file systems. Okay, so how our Unix and POSIX file systems are supported. Okay, so some common things are nothing but here we have root directory. Okay, and always file systems are in Unix and POSIX are like a tree hierarchy only. Okay, so this is the first file or directory you can call it. Okay, so below that only all remaining different folders will come. Okay, and different files also will come under this root only. Okay, so to refer a absolute path, okay, so that is nothing but always you have to start it from the root, so slash onwards you have to use it. And if you want a relative path, this is nothing but wherever you are there, from that to something else, your relative path if you are giving it, so always dot and dot will be there. Okay, and a file may not exceed there is a file name may not exceed name underscore max characters. So I think we studied about path max and name max. These are the two macros for 6.1 standard. These are there, and those are defined as a 255. Okay, so 255, more than 255 bytes, it should not be there as a path name also and your file name also. Okay, so those things are also followed here. Okay, so legal file names is nothing but A to Z alphabets will be there, and then 0 to 9 characters you can add it. This is a numeric one, you can add it. This is a combination of these things. Okay, and nowadays if you saw, you have as something as an underscores also. So these things, whatever we studying, this is nothing but POSIX 6.1 related things. At that time underscore was not there. Okay, so including underscore, now it's supporting it. And one more thing is hard link. Okay, the path name, the path name of a file is called as a hard link. Normally whatever path link we will say it, this is called as a hard link, and you can create one more path link. So here this is a whatever we said here, this is a symbolic link. So now here this is the hard link. Okay, so what is hard link is whatever inside a memory we kept it, for that again you are creating a one more entry here only. Okay, so say here if you have as a this is the actual physical file. Okay, so for that physical file only again for that physical file content only again you are creating a one more kind of entry. So here in this one, this file contains whatever you are creating, this file contains, so which file you have to refer it. Okay, so inside this file, okay, if you given as a command as a cat, and if you saw this one, so inside that you will get as a this is the content. Okay, so this much only will get it, so where it's referring it. Okay, so and if you saw if you're creating a hard link, that is a ln, then first file name is the original file name, then whichever new file you are creating. Given cat and this entire thing, there's this entire path and this file name, so it will show the actual content of this file. Okay, it's nothing but both files are pointing to the same memory location. Okay, so both side you have the same entry. Okay, so along with this related to inode number, some differences are there. Again I will take it that time what is the soft link and hard link differences also. Okay, so these are the by default POSIX and Unix file system files are there. Okay, that is underscore etc underscore password shadow group pin. Okay, these things will be there. And what are those things? Okay, so it's something but underscore etc. It's normally stores the admin files and programs related to admin. Okay, then the password stores the user informations. Okay, shadow user passwords for Unix v5 only. This is there for the Unix v5 only. Okay, then bin file, here all your executable things will be there. Okay, dev file, all device files will be there. There is a character or block device file, all those things will be there. And hash include normally whatever we'll write it the header files. Okay, in C programming, so those all header files always will be there inside a underscore user slash include. Okay, so normally it will be there. And if you are adding any libraries, those libraries will be there inside a slash user slash lib. Okay, so inside this things will be there. And whatever temporary files you are creating it, or any buffer, temporary buffer you are creating it, those all things will be there inside a slash temp. Okay, so these are the by default things will be given by the Unix and POSIX standards. Okay, and now we'll go for the file attributes. Okay, so here by default again whatever file you will create it, for that some attributes will be there. Okay, so what all those is nothing but first one is file type. So what is file type? Is it a regular one or executable, or sorry, or directory? Okay, or soft link, like that. This will be there. Okay, so then access permissions. Okay, that is one owner can access, or any group can access, or any other persons can access, other users can access, those things will be there. Then count of number of hard link count. Okay, so here whatever we are studying about hard link is, it will keep on count also. Okay, so in detail again illustrate. So that count related information will be there. What is that count? Okay, and file owner related information will be there. That is file owner ID. Okay, UID. Then group group ID will be there, file group ID will be there. Okay, file size. Okay, who accessed the last. Okay, last access time. Okay, last modified time, last change time, then actual inode number, then file system ID will be there. Okay, so here these things will be there for a one file. These all attributes will be there. Okay, this is a file system ID is nothing but where exactly in a system file is stored. Okay, so like kind of memory location only. Okay, so where it's stored, like that it will be there. One file system ID will be there. Okay, so these are the attributes supported in normally our Unix and POSIX file attributes. Okay, now okay, so here we have as a for these attributes whatever we have, so we can change it or we can modify it existing one. For that we have some system commands. Okay, so which commands and this is the commands, and internally some system calls will be there. Okay, so if you are calling this system command internally, it may call these system calls, or user directly you can call these system calls also. Okay, so what all those are nothing but the chmod. Okay, so it's nothing but it will change the permissions. Okay, so owner permission or group permission, others how they can access it. Along with this one, so automatically last access, last change time, it will modify it. Okay, so if you are modifying this one, automatically these attributes will be changed. Okay, then again ch owner. Okay, there's nothing but owner related information. There's it will be modified. Okay, change the UID it will modified, and last change time it will modified. And group owner also, if you want to change it, chgrp you can use the command. Okay, so internally this is again system call. Okay, so internally you have to use whenever you are calling this command internally, it will take this system call only. Okay, some parameter will be different. Okay, owner and group related both are the same system call, the parameter will be different. Okay, so what it will do is change GID only, it will call it, and last change time it will modify it. So these attributes will be modified. Okay, so and touch. Okay, so it is nothing but last access time you can modify it. It's nothing but easy to update it or not, like that. Just you are touching a file. Okay, so you are not performing any operation, but you can give as a touch then file name, so it will it's nothing but just you are modifying the last access time. Okay, then ln. Okay, so it's nothing but hard link count, it will increase it. So, okay, so here we given as this is the ln command. Okay, so ln command. So first file name, this is second file name. So for this file, hard link command will be increased, and this is the new entry you are giving it. Okay, so internally link is the system call. Okay, and remove. Okay, command, it will decrease the actually hard link count. If it is hard link count is 0, means that file itself will be removed from the your memory actually. Okay, and inside unlink is there, system call, and this is like link, and this is the unlink. Okay, so unlink system call is there, and vi emax. Okay, some different editor kind of things that you can use it. Okay, so it will change the last access time, last modified time, it will change it, and depending on whatever things you will edit it or you will modify it, your file size also will vary. Okay, so this also attribute is there, file size also there. Okay, so file size. Okay, so here you have the file size, that also will vary depending on the editor. If you are entering anything, so file size also it will vary. Okay, now we'll go for what is inode. So here, if you saw previous one, okay, so there we missed about normal inode and sorry, file attributes, whatever we saw it, and there we missed about file system ID and inode number. Okay, two things we missed. Okay, so the first one we study now, that is a inode. Okay, so here file system which keeps the track of inode table. Okay, so kind of one table will be there. So what it will do is always it has some information. Okay, so here one table will be there inside a kernel. So always what it will do is it will maintain some information that is nothing but all the attributes related to it. Okay, so whatever attributes we previously saw it, those all attributes it will maintain it, including inode number also. Okay, and this inode number is nothing but it's a unique for a entire one file inside a file system. Okay, inside a file system, for one file you will be having the one inode. Okay, so OS does not keep the name of the file normally. Okay, so what it will do is, so inode number only it will keep it, and mapping of that inode number to that opening the file, that physically it will do it. And but as a user normally we'll prefer the file name only, but mapping of that file name to inode number will be done inside the directories. Okay, so directory files whatever we shared in that you will be having the inode number and corresponding file name, those things will be there. Okay, so those mapping will be done by directory files. Okay, so their mapping will happen. So and inode table will be there, that will contain the actually your file attributes, and so permission related information, all those things will keep it. Okay, so here to access a file normally, so here for example we have slash user slash geo. So what it will do is, the kernel knows the directory. So here how it will access it, but now you are trying to access the geo this file. Okay, so it knows as a, we go as a slash user slash geo. Okay, so here first slash is nothing but it's a kernel directory. Okay, so that is a root directory, so whatever is there. So this information, this inside this directory, okay, you have something as a user. Okay, so here what it will do is, first slash related inode number will be checked. Okay, so then that inside that inode number. Okay, so inside that directory, so inside that slash directory of inode number of the USR will be checked. Okay, so then inside this directory again you are related to GOE will be checked. Okay, so like hierarchy we are saying is the first root will be there slash. Okay, so this slash related inode number will be kept inside a one file normally, one area normally will say, that is nothing but u area. Okay, so u area is nothing but some information related to only slash directory information will be there. Okay, so actually there you will be having the inode number of slash. So after that you can access the slash directory. Inside this directory what all things are there, you can check it. So inside that we require the usr. Okay, so inside that we will take the inode number of usr. Then inode number of usr, if you got it, it's something but it's again a directory from you can access that one. So in that what all things are there, that we can check it. So in that GOE will take it. So then if it is a allowing us to open it or modify it depending on the permission, you will check it and you can perform the task. Otherwise you will say as a, you don't have a particular permission to access the directory, all those things. Okay. Okay, so this is how normally it will see the things. Okay, so here whenever a new file is created, okay, so that time what will happen is inside a directory. Okay, one entry will be made, created inside directory. This entry will be made inside a inode table and directory file also. Both side this entry will be made. So inode table contains inside your file system. So how many files are there? Okay, so with respect to if I were studying as a file system, our physical system, there is nothing but PC normally, whatever we call it. Okay, so it can have more than one file system. Okay, so like if some of you are formatted your system. Okay, so FAT32, okay, NTFS. Okay, like that, different file systems you may have seen it. Okay, so you will be having different file systems. So in that file system what will happen is one file system contains the inode table. So that inode table is nothing but you will be having the inside that you will be having the different number. Okay, that will be maintained. Okay, and this inode number is unique inside a file system. Okay, so those things will be maintained inside your kernel. So and I know tables are kept inside your actually system disk only. Okay, so but Unix kernel maintains as in memory inode table. Okay, to contain a copy of the recent access to the inode number. Okay, so what is this is nothing but here normally you will be having the n number of files. Okay, so related to those things, table will be huge, so that will be maintained inside a disk only. So but recently which file you are opening it, which file you are closing it, that information will be kept inside a your normally RAM. Okay, so that RAM inside what it will be there is nothing but in memory, whatever you are saying it in memory normally it will contain. So currently whatever things you are opening it or copying it, or any operation you are doing it, so that smaller part of inode table will be kept inside a RAM and it will be executed. Now we'll see. Okay, so this is the application program interface to files.